Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How is everyone doing? So, for today's video, we are going to be going to Red Dead Redemption 2 again and tackling the question of what happens if at the very start of the game you go straight to Blackwater. So, basically, the intro to the game is you and the gang. They all just fled Blackwater because they had some kind of botched heist there, and they all need to hide out in the mountains where it happens to be snowing and having a massive snowstorm and blizzard. And throughout the game, actually, throughout like the entire first half, really. But starting from the very beginning, Dutch is always emphasizing that we can't go back to Blackwater just yet. It's too dangerous there. You guys just left. It's too hot there, and everyone's going to be like looking for you there, and stuff like that. So what if you just ignore him and, just instead of helping people at the camp here, you just go straight to Blackwater and you just leave? Well, let's find out. So, at the very start, obviously you don't really know where Blackwater is, but, I've played this game quite a bit now, so I have a general idea of where it is on the map without it being there. But, as we get closer, if we get closer, the map will be a lot more clear. But anyways, as we go out, as you can see, as soon as you leave the camp, past a certain point, it says, like, the weather is too harsh, and that you need to return to the camp. And if you don't, your horse loses all its stamina and health and dies. And as for you, you can keep going on foot, but your own health will keep dropping. Now, you can delay this by continuously drinking a lot of health cures and tonics and eating a bunch of food and stuff. But ultimately, if you do this at the beginning, you will die eventually. And there's not much you can do to... there's really nothing you can do to survive forever. You can stall it by, continuously healing yourself and eating stuff, but this is about as far as you can make it on foot. And then eventually you die. So that is what happens if you leave the camp. Now, I was actually determined to see if there's a way to see if you can go far enough where the weather is fine. And to do that, I actually used a certain cheat, just one cheat code actually in the game, which lets you spawn a buggy, like a race buggy, which goes really fast actually. So I spawned that, and actually interestingly enough, if you use a horse buggy, the horse is not affected by the bad weather. So you can actually ride the horse or drive the horse or the buggy, I guess, through this storm, and it won't lose any health at all. You will still lose health though, but I sped this up the entire trip actually to show you how far I made it. So the horse is fine, but throughout the entire trip you have to keep drinking the health cures and other stuff. So if you want to try this yourself and see how far you get, it's really important that you stock up as much as possible at Sadie Adler's house when you rescue her. But as you can see, I actually made it into nice weather area. Like here, the weather's fine, there's no snow, it's just regular. But the game is still telling me that the weather's bad. And you can see the trees are still being blown over, actually, like there's an atomic bomb here or something. But yeah, other than that, the weather's actually fine out here. There's no snow at all. It's just the trees being blown. So, unfortunately, pretty much the entire world is probably like a death barrier. I don't know if there's a certain point where there's no more death barriers, but we made it pretty far past the initial camp. As you can see on the map here, that's where we start at the beginning of the game. I made it all the way down to here. This is close to, I guess, the town of Strawberry. You can see Wallace Station is right there. So we made it pretty far away with what I could salvage from Sadie Adler's house in terms of food and health tonics and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the entire world is probably like a death barrier. So Blackwater is about there. We still have quite a bit of a distance to go. So I don't know if there's any way to go further to make it to Blackwater in time to see what happens. But yeah, that's the case. There's unfortunately the infinite health cheats and stuff like that. Those you can't use at the beginning of the game. You have to unlock something later in the game to be able to use them. But that's okay. So we know that you can't make it there right from the very start. But I played through a little bit further to the point where we get to our first camp after we're done the first chapter. And from there, we went straight to Blackwater. And see what happens. So here I wrote falling to the area where Blackwater is, the general area. Here's something very important later in the game, but not going to discuss it for spoiler reasons. But some of you who played the game will know. But anyways, we're in the Blackwater region now. As you can see, it's all red here. So let's see what happens. Basically, as soon as you enter this region, within like a minute or two, you get an instant wanted dead or alive thing up there, and you get like swarmed by like dozens of I don't know, I guess cops or like Pinkerton agents, and you're pretty much screwed, to say the least. You won't survive very long here. You could probably hide somewhere, but they're gonna be like searching everywhere. So if you're gonna venture into this area, just be very careful and be very sneaky. Because if you go to anywhere like that's populated, or any like important locations, you will instantly get swarmed and have like an instant like mega wanted level basically. But yeah, you're not gonna last very long here. So that's basically what happens. Instant dead or alive wanted level. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. Just anything else you need to check out or test out in Red Dead or any other game out there, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to look into it eventually. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.